interval between first Jerett Brooks and second Mickey Thomas hasn't really changed.
Green, white, check it, look at Kincaid, he's trying to run up by the wall.
Yeah, Gutierrez went down to the bottom side and tried to run Keegan up the track surface.
Both difficult to drive. Pro 2 is probably, in my opinion, a little bit tougher to drive on the fact of easier on the gas, more throttle control, but also the most comfortable to drive, softest landing. Pro 4 is rugged, rigid, fast, and it needs that to be quick. And so, Pro 4 is probably my favorite class to race in, but also Pro 2 has some of the best competition in the world, so it's fun on the other side.
Yeah, I think, the difference from last year to this year, we just went into this off season and we knew we didn't need to make major changes. It was more or less fine-tuning the program and just, polishing everything up a little bit, including myself. I had to get back in shape. I lost 30 pounds. I was starting to enjoy food too much in the married life. So, I had to get back in the gym, get back in shape, started riding my dirt bike again, getting the juices flowing and just, reminding myself daily that this is for fun, I get to do this for a job and this is how I make a living, how I feed my kids, but I'm so thankful and blessed to get to call this a job that I got to remember to have fun with it too. It can't be so serious. I got to take time for myself and my family and go have fun too outside of just working and focusing on racing. So I think coming into this year mentally I'm much clearer than I was in the past, much more excited and much more driven to go out and do better than we did last year.
A lot of eyes are on the guy with who's looking to defend the championship, Keegan Kincaid.
Yeah, Pro 2, I think 2022 is the best Pro 2 field probably ever, you know what I mean? We got, 10 guys I think that can win at any time, you know what I mean? Way things lay out. You got, myself, Kyle Kleiman, Ricky G, Jerett Brooks, Ryan B. I mean, anybody, and we're so close on times we could throw a blanket on all of us. And so it's about being consistent and that's what's going to win championships. And that's what we're out here to do. Obviously we want to win races, but we want to be there at the end. And 2021 was a good example of that, is being there at the end of the year. And so we got to do what it takes to give us a shot at the end. And hopefully we can knock off a couple of wins along the way.
I think I'm definitely a potential race winner at any track. I think we showed the speed everywhere last year. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
the black belt master in Kung Fu. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Antigo. Now take 300. The name is Jethro Blue, the black belt master in Kung Fu. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Pro 2s in Antigo. Look at old big time racing. Out of my Pro 2's the best. I got the world's greatest short course racers. Oh, faster than the rest. We got big time Mickey Thomas. Out of my Cory Winner too. And all the way from Crandon, hometown hero Keegan Kincaid, he's racing hard for you. Don't forget about Ryan Beat, Jerett Brooks and Kyle Kleiman too. And at the end of the race, all the fans will all cheer. Ain't no secret, baby, they're drinking that high octane Wisconsin, Belgian, moonshine, late night beer. How about it, Antigo?
Really did eliminate that. There were tempers flaring early on, and there was smiles, there was laughed handshakes at the podium, and I'd have to believe, we'd all have to assume that that's not going to continue all season in this class. No, not when there is racing like we had seen. The contact, the battles, and the personalities of this class, they're big ones.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Antigo, Wisconsin. You're at the Antigo Roaring Raceway, and next up, the big boys are in the house. Pro 2-wheel drive truck, 750 plus horsepower, Shane.
I'm not even looking at this year as like a points year. I want to win more races than anybody. That's my goal.
Launches a dip over this jump. They're going to take off. Ricky Gutierrez
I feel as he went to swing the truck out to turn down in, he used the whole track. Either his spotter didn't tell him that I was gaining or pulling up on him. I was there. I wasn't trying to cut down inside of him.
Oh, we're getting word that Ryan Bean had a flat tire, so his big shot at the win has gone out the window. He's going to have to put a tire on that thing.
Thomas is all crossed up over the tabletop. That's going to open the door for Kleiman.
Yeah, look at Kyle Kleiman. He's working his magic, trying to go outside, inside on Mickey Thomas. Kleiman has shown that truck can work at any given time. Look at Kleiman flying through the woods.
I didn't get to do any testing coming into this weekend, so literally we thrashed last night to finish the odds and ends stuff that had to get done. I mean, we all got off work kind of thing, and two of my guys didn't sleep till later this afternoon. I got an hour and a half of sleep.
Jerett Brooks, hands down, one of the fastest trucks on track each time out, from the duel to the opening 2 rounds.
Through, but Jerett Brooks, he's out front early. That's scary, Shane. Jerett Brooks, I love watching these trucks work. When they come back to this inside, watch how much fight Jerett Brooks get. Look at Mickey Thomas.
This was the one that was the highly contested part of the race in the late stages, only a few laps to go.
But it looks like we have a yellow flag, full course caution.
This will be a green-white checker finish, so 2 laps to go. We're back underway with 2 laps to go here in Pro 2.
Check it, look at Kincaid. He's trying to run up by the wall.
Yeah, Gutierrez went down to the bottom side and tried to run Keegan up the track surface. They made some contact, and Keegan Keegan to the outside barrier.
Keegan went into the wall so hard.
Meanwhile, up front, we've got a battle for the lead.
Lost radio communication, and all I could hear was Mickey all over me. And I'm like, dude, I know he's on me. I know he's all over me.
Right-hander to turn 3, I just, remembered exactly what he did to me. And the track was real slick on the outside, so if you get up underneath somebody there, there's pretty much nothing they can do, So just honestly, split-second decision.
Man, look at this! Thomas is going to put the slide job move on Jerett Brooks, and he's going to take over this race lead. Unbelievable move there by Thomas.
He did the same exact move I did to him the day before, and I had to give him credit for that. Like, you did my own move, I just did you less than 24 hours ago, and he made it stick, and it was clean. So it was clean racing, and it was good. We had a really good truck, and led a lot of that race, but just couldn't get it done.
Starting the year with first place just is huge. I knew we had a fast truck, and it's good to come out here and prove that. So super happy.
But overall, good weekend, second place. Me and Mickey were going at it, so I was sick.
Dude, I think we had some speed for that race for sure. I'm pretty bummed that we lost our brakes in the second lap, but to be able to keep pace with no brakes, man, that's like huge. So I'm super pumped for tomorrow. We'll get some things dialed in, some things secured and stuff. So, man, huge hats off to Ken and all the boys. Thank you guys so much, my family, my crew, everybody that puts any time into this, man. In third place, but we'll take it.
Officials were watching that very closely. Obviously, this is a sport where there's a lot of bumping and banging, so it's a fine line, but, I've heard tempers were flaring after that one.
I was right here by the tire. I was on the inside of the tire. He moved, he hit the fucking tire because he had nowhere to go. I was coming down perfect here. He had to check up, get another option. Then he went right into me and went boom, shot me this way. What they say? I don't care, it doesn't matter what fucking man I got in the mouth. Nothing.
Dude, it was that was gnarly. That I should have expected all that to go. And I had the line. I feel like I had the line, and he was kind of up high, but I think he knew I was down there And I didn't move up into him. I kind of held down the line, and he kind of just shot right down on me and knocked me into the tractor tire, which was, I don't know. I don't know if he intentionally did it or did it by accident. I don't know if he hit a rut and maybe it shot his truck down there. But you know, I feel like I didn't do anything in the wrong. I gave him room, and I don't know. No, I don't have any hard feelings against the guy, but it was just weird. I don't know what happened there. Like, I feel like I had the line.
The tire there. That's why he hit the tire. I was in the spot. I was in the rut. And he just, boom, gave me one of those, and that's when he just shot me to the wall. What? Like, Archie, you can see it come out. Well, I knew he wasn't going to let off, too. I'm like, you don't have the spot.
Who said you have a problem? If I could go to his pit right now, I'd walk in and just clean his fucking clock.
We both wanted to go swing wide into the infield. So I just feel as he thought he was clear, and he went to pull the handbrake probably to set the truck to turn it to go down in there, thinking he had the whole track. And I was there. I had nowhere to go. You can see on you guys' in-car camera that I got hit in the back because I hit the brakes then. As he came over to pitch, set it up to turn, I got pounded in the back. And then he was all pissed off and saying shit. His dad came over, Champ Series came over and said shit. And I'm thinking to myself, I was just there. I'm pulling up on you, so, that was my take on it. I had nowhere to go.
I don't know what they're calling, like, after that race, because they said it was all in a review.
At that point, we didn't feel it's appropriate to dock 78 because 4 could have lifted. We obviously aren't going to dock the 4 because he ended up in the wall, and that was where we had to value that situation. So again, it's to a 78 fan, there was no fault. It's like, oh, that was racing. To a 4 fan, man, we made a bad call, and we're always, unfortunately, the bad guy to the fan of the truck that's getting the disadvantage. So.
On the bumper. We didn't come here to make
I call this the short course shuffle.
Sit back and listen and watch the best guys in the business, or even in the world. These are the best Pro 2 drivers around the country. Here we go.
Kyle Kleiman, just out there with the carbureted truck, old school, and like I said, not a big budget team, yet it's always so impressive what he can do in that truck, and he's definitely going to be in contention for that championship.
Kleiman holding the point. Brooks right on his back bumper as they go through the left-hander onto the infield. It'll still be Kleiman just barely out front of Brooks, but here we go. Jerett Brooks diving down to the inside. Brooks still keeping in touch, holding that same interval. Brooks has been getting some really nice runs through the infield, but then you don't get the preferred line as both drivers almost spin around. Here comes Ricky Gutierrez.
That is very, very good team play by Jerett Brooks. He knew what he did wrong. He got on the gas and said, hey, Kyle, have your spot back, but it costed Kyle Kleiman the lead.
Well, I mean, when you start on pole and you are leading the race and you end up in 3rd place, not because of your own self-doing, that's the kind of shit that drives you nuts.
Oh, they made contact. Boy, Kleiman
and Brooks, they're stuck together, Brent.
This field is fastest here, and it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy by any means.
And Jerett Brooks putting all kinds of pressure on Gutierrez. Brooks again going down to the bottom side. He's fast down there.
Yeah, he used that left front, just hugged it on the bottom. He's seen that grip for the last couple laps. Made that pass slip. We'll see see if Ricky G has anything. Oh.
You know, just got a really random right rear flat. That was a heartbreaker. I think we had a really good shot at winning it, and you know, it just happens, man. There's nothing you can do about it. It's racing.
Here comes Ryan Beat. Look at him dive to the inside on Kleiman. And a supercross motocross move by Ryan Beat on Kyle Kleiman. See if Kleiman can return the favor.
My spotter was just like, settle in. This, you know, this is our race. So as soon as like I got into the lead, I knew I just had to hold my line and just be smooth, make no mistakes. I mean, as soon as that checkered flag dropped, dude, I mean, I lost my voice for like 4 days. We were just screaming on the radio, ecstatic. We were so happy, man. It's just, it couldn't work out any better for us. And my team, they really deserved that win.
Crazy race, always is. Pro 2, right? Everybody's super fast this year. Everybody's found that little something. So, man, hats off to my crew. Worked their butts off. We got a good truck. Knew we had a good truck all weekend. Just had to get the track position opportunity to, you know, make it happen. So, yeah, that's all I can say.
You know, I try to race everybody as clean as possible. When you start getting into that shit, that just like totally drives me nuts. So it is what it is. It's Rubbin's racing, and I guess we just gotta pull the gloves off earlier than we thought.
Dude, it's so much easier to follow.
I told you, we put ourselves in the shittiest spot. We're always in the lead.
I just watch your account like, oh, okay, he's doing that. Okay, I'll just move around.
And then even that move going into the final turn right there, that half a car was down, was way better. It still needed that little kick to kind of set the truck, but it never like.
I'm surprised he left the door open after he's seen me running.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. There was a lot of carnage. Those are obviously the toughest races because we had, I don't even know, 18, 20 Pro 2s, and they're all out there for the big money, right? It was tough. There was a lot of incidences that we had to review, and it puts a lot of pressure on Ryan. Ryan's the other racetrack. But yeah, it's tough. Today was tough. The Pro 2 was a fun race, but at the end of the day, yeah, we had to sit down and have some meetings and give a couple stern talkings too. So
this truck was a rocket this weekend. I don't believe in bad luck. It just wasn't meant to happen. So we'll come back to Crandon and try to get that win. In the lead both days. Kind of get it done. Bummer. But we'll be back.
A little bit of everything, man. We had some bad luck and making some new bumpers, making some new body panels, but we're ready. We'll be ready for the hometown race in Crandon.